Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video I am going to be doing a Amazon unboxing for you guys. I participated in the Amazon Prime Days. I only got a couple of things off there, but I was going to go and unbox those things for you, and some of them have just been like in my cart. So things that I just needed to have before the first day of school that would be really helpful. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this box. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and open it. I don't really know a lot about this one or how you guys use it. I know it's been like a hot topic here, whether it should be used in the classroom, if it should not be, if it invades privacy. But this is the Echo Dot, and I heard you just like download the Alexa app onto your smartphone and it like runs off of there. But I'll mess with this in a little bit and kind of insert that video for you. So I'm kind of excited to see how it works. I thought it'd be really good for just random questions to play songs off of for like centers, like the calming music or the cafe music, like how to pronounce something, what's the definition, what's an antonym, you know, that kind of stuff, like educational, of course. But I do understand that it does come with some concerns with privacy, and so if I can't use it to like hook it up to the Wi-Fi at school, then I am just going to turn that part off and just use it as a speaker, just to play music off of. So I won't have that automatic voice control. It'll just be the speaker part of it, and I'd love it because I can bring this home and use it and be something I can use at home too. So I'll plug this in a little bit later and show you guys what it's like. But I'm gonna go ahead and open up the next box. And the next items, one, I know what it is. One, I am nervous because I went back into my cart and I think I ordered the wrong one, but let me see. So here's box number 2. So I really don't have, when it comes to like taking my stuff to and from school, I have seen and done almost everything. I had a 31 bag, like a tote. I've had just a regular bag. Oh, that's kind of pretty. But I saw this bag, or I saw a bag like it on Amazon that was for Prime Days, and thought it looked really pretty. Whenever I looked at the like description of it, I thought it matched the other ones, but it's actually not. So let me just pull it out and show you. So this is the bag, and it's supposed to be a diaper bag. But it's also supposed to be used like for carrying stuff too, so I'm not really sure exactly. So I'm just gonna open it up and kind of see what it looks like. Really pretty color, and I love like the gold, like it's got gold for like the accents on them, which makes it super duper pretty. Like, it's super pretty. And this is the Himawari brand. Says created to improve life, good for all seasons. So that's what it looks like, and it's got tons of space. So good little pocket for just grab and reach your pens. I think it would still work for a school bag, even though it says it's a diaper bag. Okay, so this is what they're talking about, like for being a diaper bag. So it's got an extra pocket here, and like these are like have like the silver inside as like a cooler to put like milk bottles in. By the way, I'm not having another baby anytime soon, so just to clarify that. But I have, like, there's like a mesh part, so maybe I could fit like my lunchbox in this part. I don't know, depending on what I want to have for lunch. Might not work. But this one would be good for just like little things like sticky notes or other materials I may have. And then it comes to, it's got this USB port, so I can like charge my phone or a tablet or something. So that would be useful. And coming down to this main part, it's got a button on top, so you can either hold it or you can wear it as a backpack. And then it has this, oh, okay. So you know how some purses or like lunch boxes have like the metal in them, like at the top? Okay, that's what it has here. And so look, holy cow, look how much room. Like, that's a lot of space. Like, it has two side compartments. It's got a compartment here, it's got a compartment here, and then it's got like a zippy here and a zippy down there. It's like coated. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm really not upset that this is a diaper bag, because I think it's gonna work either way. And honestly, you can't tell that it would be minus, like, there's like this back part is used to like store, like, I don't know, oh my gosh, it's, I don't know, I don't know, pretty good deal. It was originally like $35 and I got it for $22, I think. In the dot, these things are originally like $50, $49, and I got it for $22. So really not a bad steal of a deal, I don't think. So anyway, although this, I was not expecting it to be a diaper bag, I think this is still going to be really good, and the material feels really nice. Like, it doesn't feel cheap. So yeah, I'm excited. So I'm not worried anymore. I think it's gonna be really great. So let's move on to the other item that was in this box. So okay, so I have been wanting some more manipulatives that would not take up a lot of space in my room because I don't have any storage. And so I bought these fraction tiles from Teacher Creative Resources Signature Line, and these are the magnetic accents, and these are the fraction strips. And 3rd grade gets introduced to fractions, and then 4th grade talks a little bit about equivalent fractions. So these are going to be huge. Normally I would just put it up on the board. I have like the actual manipulatives of these, but they're just so hard to store and to put places. These I can just throw up on my wheelie cart that has the whiteboard on it, and we can have a mini lesson or a guided lesson using these. And you get 64 total pieces, and yeah, I think it's gonna be great. And I have another one I'm going to show you that I got from this brand also. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the last box. Uh-oh. It's never a good thing whenever you lose your cutty opener thingy, which is right by my camera. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, okay. I think I'm pretty excited about what's in this box. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the manipulatives, and then I will move on to the two things I'm pretty much like the most excited about. Okay, so the first set of manipulatives that, or the second set, are these mini clocks. This is the Learning Resources Big Time Mini Clock Set. It comes in a set of 6, and I know that there are going to be kiddos that need a refresher on time, and I believe in 3rd grade they start working on elapsed time, or like word problems that deal with time. So it's good. It's always easy for a teacher to have their big clock and to do it, but I think to really make it stick, the kids need their own, and it's hard to pass around a big clock or have paper ones that you have to constantly keep remaking. And so this is going to be really, really good for my students. And the next manipulative that I bought was the Base 10. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time modeling. I know it's easy to model for small group using the actual manipulatives, but if I wanted to do a whole group, it's hard to do. Even when I had 5 students, it's hard to make sure I have enough for each student along with myself to be able to model. And now I know that there are things I can buy, there are paper ones, but like I said before, just like the clocks, they get tore up, pieces go missing, they get, you know, it's just hard to do. But with this and how I'm going to be teaching this year, I do think this is going to work a lot better, because I'm going to have the main group that I can model and show on the board, and then I can move to a small group of 3 or 4 that we can actually use the actual manipulative pieces, like the hard pieces. So this is going to be very, very helpful. It's going to make my life a whole lot easier, and the kids are going to be able to still see it displayed for them. It's not something, it's hard to draw it up on the board. They won't, I mean, it's hard for them to understand. It's hard to keep the pieces where they need to be. So these magnetic ones are going to be a lifesaver for me. Now, moving on to the next item. So the next item I bought is a book that I used my 3rd year teaching. It is a book I could not find anywhere, and it was really expensive at the time to buy it. And so I just love it so much. So when I started my 3rd year teaching, I've been at the same school district almost 6 years. And when I started my 3rd year, there was a lot of immaturity going on in my room. A lot of tattletaling, a lot of, you know, picking on, making a big deal out of nothing. And so I needed something that would nip it in the butt. Plain and simple. You know, I needed a resource that I could use to show my students when it's okay to tell and when it's okay not to. And if you are a 1st year teacher, I would highly recommend this book to you, and that is Don't Squeal Unless It's a Big Deal, A Tale of Tattletales. And this book is probably one of the best to visualize with your kids what is appropriate and what is not, and when it is okay to tattletale. And so I'm just going to go ahead and read the back of it. And this is by Jeannie Fran Ransom. And so it says, it all started when Jessica Tritt-Trotter, oh, hang on a second, I messed up. It all started when Jessica Tritt trotted up to Mrs. McNeil's desk. Peter pulled my pigtail. And soon, Rachel took my marker. Frankie called Sookie a fat sow. Justin ripped my paper. Emily said my desk is a pigsty. Can anyone tell me what squealing is? Miss McNeil shouted, waving her cowbell. And it says, don't squeal unless it's a big deal. It helps kids figure out the difference between big deals that need telling and kid-sized problems that kids can work on themselves. And so this is one that I create an anchor chart for at the first day of school. I sit down, I read it, and the kids and I work together to identify what are the kid-sized problems in this book that the characters can deal with themselves, and what is the big deal problem that you need to tell. And so I just make an anchor chart, and the kids and I come up with scenarios. What is a kid-sized problem that they can solve on their own, and what is a big deal that needs to be told immediately. And so it's just a great book to use. I put the anchor chart up in my room. It stays there for the first quarter, and then afterwards I take it down But I still reference that, and I think the kids will understand when it's appropriate to squeal and when it's not okay. There's lots of other books out there. I love the message in this one. I think it's easy for the kids to understand. It's a really good book, and I found this book. Tina Bietler, who is now retired, and she had a YouTube channel, and if I can remember, I think it's like Tina's Cup of Tea. But anyway, she is the one who introduced me to this book, and loved her videos. I get a lot of my ideas from her. So I will make sure to link her YouTube channel down below. Like I said, she's retired now, so but yeah, so I will make sure to link everything I got today down below. So I'm gonna tell you what the last thing is, and this one, oh y'all, I'm the most excited. My dogs are looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, who are you talking to? Pepper is not thrilled, and Renly's just scared out of her mind. Okay, back to the unboxing. So, there are very few YouTubers that I watch their videos and, come here. She's having a fit. Come here. Sit down. That I will watch and I will recommend something to other people. So one thing I wanted to try and wanted to see and kind of explore was the game that Michelle from Pocketful of Primary had in her classroom, and it is Blocks Rocks. Now, the reason why I love this is that I think it really works on the hand-eye coordination. It's a STEM game, so it has some thinking. It changes it up, and I really do think that it just helps with brain activity in general. It's kind of like the Osmos, is that what it's called? Like the iPad program that you can get where you can build things. That's like for individualized learning. This is a game. It's fast-paced. It keeps the kids on their toes. Now the only thing I would recommend is if you want to use this for a center, fair warning, there is a bell, and the bell is loud. So if you wanted to do something like this for a center during lesson time, try to find an alternative. I have seen some people use one of the tap lights, so whenever a student gets their puzzle complete, they tap the light, and whoever hits it first, you know, wins. But it's for 2 people, which for a class my size, which is about 8, I'd probably be okay with one set. If you were in a class, so if you have a class of like 20 to 24, 26, I know some of you have bigger classes, and that's totally fine. You may just need more sets of these, and like I said, they're not cheap, but I think what you can get out of it is worth the money. With Prime, I think I got it for $35, and the back kind of looks like this. So the team sets up, and they get 2 sets of blocks, or 1 set of block each for the person or the team, and then you take turns flipping a card, and then as soon as you flip the card, you have to build whatever is on the card, like make a match, and then whoever gets it done first, you ring the bell. So I cannot wait for this to appear in my room. I just can't wait. I think the kids are going to love it. I will link down. Oh, you can hear the bell. Whew, it's not playing that. I will link down Michelle's video. I think she had made like a game video, so I'll try to find that link down below for you. But that is all for today's unboxing. I also have Amazon wish list down in the description below, and I will make sure to link that down there. And that is just some stuff for the classroom. that I may not be able to get. Like I said, I live where I only have a Walmart, not even a Target, which I think I live like an hour and a half away from a Target, and my husband still thinks that's too close. Just because he knows that when I go to Target, it's like straight to the dollar section. And so I don't live next to like a Lakeshore or a Mardel's or a Hobby Lobby. I don't have any of that. So I just kind of laid some stuff down there that would kind of help me out if you wanted to. So if you like what you saw today, please make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. And like and share if you'd like to. And I will see you guys in the next one.